So this is part 1 of my decluttering series. So I'm starting off in my bedroom, which is really bad, honestly. Like, I have not decluttered in here in months on end. So yeah, I'm actually so happy with how it turned out at the end, honestly. It feels just so much easier, like when you're putting clothes away after you do your washings and all that. So this is your sign to just start decluttering, because I feel so much better, and this is only the first room. I'm starting off in these drawers, which is basically just all my stuff, but the top drawer is actually like my makeup drawer. So this is just my pyjamas and my t-shirts and my leggings and jeans. So I realised I'd had some pyjamas for like 10 years, honestly, like comfort ones that you just wear when you just feel like you just feel bloated and you've ate too much. I mean, that could just be me, but I've got my comfy jammies, but I've decided to bin them because I've had enough and I don't have the room for them. So I'm just sticking the ones back that I just love and I wear most, basically. So I'm sticking them all back, and yeah, I managed to bin some, so that made me so happy. But now on to the t-shirts. I had realised I have just got far too many just random tops that I'd bought off Vinted, or they've got stains on them or something like that. So I was like, do you know what, let's time to declutter. And I didn't realise the amount of striped tops that I have. Like, I didn't even know that stripes was my thing, but clearly plus, if your room is like mine and your drawers are just literally overflowing with stuff, I have came up with the most amazing plan, right? See if you feel overwhelmed. See if you're like me, I used to try and do it all in one day. So I would like declutter my room, then I'd go into the kids' rooms, and then I'd start in the kitchen, and then before you know it, my whole house was 10 times worse. I never managed to finish decluttering, and then it would be honestly 10 times worse, and I would feel so bad, so guilty that my kids were maybe going to bed and their room was a mess. So I've came to the conclusion that you actually can just take one room at a time, one day at a time. There is actually no rush. There's no rush to declutter. Like, do a drawer a day, a drawer a week, whatever works for you. If you're busy, if you work, if you full time, if you have kids, if you just don't feel like doing it, honestly, just take your time and do bit by bit. Because like I said, I used to try and do it all in the one day, and I would never get there. I'd be going around in circles. It's impossible to do it all in one day, especially if you're a mum and your kids are young and they need you, and it's impossible. So I used to put so much pressure on myself, even to just do like whole house cleans, and I'm just like, do you know what, it's not easy to do it. Like, it's not easy. So yeah, if you feel overwhelmed, trust me, just take your time. Like I said, a drawer a day, whatever it may be, it will get done when it gets done. Like, it's not that big a deal, do you know what I mean? But when you start decluttering, and you will feel like a weight has been lifted, because sometimes when you've got so much stuff as well, like, your brain is just like, well, I don't want to put those clothes away because I've got nowhere to put them, so that's another pile. So yeah, if you're anything like me, that's just how I work, and that's me getting rid of all my old bras. I can't believe it, actually, like how many like old bras I had. I didn't know I had that much. But yeah, now on to these set of drawers. So this half is mine and the other half is Sean's, so I'm not touching his stuff. Sean's actually, all his stuff is like neat and tidy and folded and all that, so that's fine. But he also does use like the wardrobe in the girls' room, like the one that's kind of like built in, so yeah, he's got that. But I put all like my jumpers in here, like my blazers, going out stuff. I mean, the bottom drawer I didn't even go into today because it was just full of summer stuff, and there's just no point because I don't have anywhere to put it. And yeah, I'll look for that another day. So like I said, and I couldn't believe the amount of stuff that was in this drawer. All of that was in this little drawer. Like, that is crazy. But yeah, so like I said, if you're just feeling like down about your house or whatever, like, trust me, I have been there. Like, give yourself a break, give yourself a pat on the back. Like, you're literally doing the best that you can do at the minute, and that's how I feel. I used to literally beat myself up, and I'm like, do you know what, Claire, no, I'm not doing it anymore, because this is life. Life is not easy. Like, you're trying to just do your best, and that's all that you can do. And if your kids are happy and healthy and getting hot meals and a nice hot bath and getting into your beds at night, then you're actually winning at life. So yeah, don't worry too much about, don't sweat the small stuff, as people would say. So yeah, now on to this drawer, and like I said, I was literally so shocked at the amount of stuff that was in here. Like, I don't even actually ever really go in this drawer, and I'm like, why do I have all this stuff? But it's literally like jewellery, nail polishes, like just complete and utter random stuff that I've just not even looked at in such a long time. Bulbs, like, do they even work? I don't know. Sean says they do, but I have no clue. In the other drawer though, there is like a basket full of wires, so I literally just handed that over to Sean and said, you know what, you can deal with that, you can sort that out. There's also just stuff in here like passports and documents and stuff that, you know, just everybody needs, but there's nowhere to put it, so this is kind of where it lives. And that little box is just stuff from like kids' toys from Christmas, and it's like, do you actually need them? But you probably will need them. If you throw them out, you'll be like, where is that box? And I need it. So for now, I'll just keep it. But yeah, it's good to get it done. I must admit, it's good to get it done on this little Millie's dummy. She's not had her dummy now for nearly 2 weeks. Like, I can't believe it. Like, honestly, she was addicted to her dummy. And then, well, you've probably seen in all my videos, she always had her dummy in. But I stopped giving Holly her dummy when she was 3, which people might think is a little bit old, but it is what it is. And Millie's 3, and I was just like, one day she never asked for it at all, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go with it. And I put her to bed that night, and she's never looked back since. She has asked for it a few times at bedtime, like when she's tired, but I don't even acknowledge it. I just distract her and talk about something else. Like, I feel like I used to say to Holly, like, oh my god, the dummy fairy's got your dummy, and I feel that wouldn't work on Millie. She'd be like, I want the dummy fairy to come back. So I'm not even telling her. I'm just pretending like she's just not talking about it, and then I just move on to something else. But my kids have been so lucky. I feel like they've been lucky for like a couple of months. They have been so like not catching any bugs or germs, but this past week they've all caught the cold, so I can't complain right enough, because like I said, they've been healthy for longer than they usually are. But these leggings are doing nothing for me, by the way. I just saw them put it out there. I bought them from Primark, and Sean's like, it looks like you've got no leggings on. And I'm like, I know, I just don't sit it. So yeah, just pretend like that's not a thing. But Sean keeps losing so much weight, honestly. I'm just like, how do you do it? And I'm over here eating digestive biscuits. Like, they're literally going out of stock. And yeah, I need help. I actually need help. But I really need to start. But I am joining the gym on Monday. I don't know if I've told you this, but I feel like I'm pure gabbing in this video today. But I've been referred from the doctor to get like a PT kind of thing. So it's like on the NHS. So obviously you get it cheaper. And yeah, because I feel like I need help with it, because I go from one extreme to the other. I am a binge eater. Without a doubt, I am a binge eater. When I'm sad, I'll binge eat. When I'm happy, I'll binge eat. Like, there's no happy medium, you know? There's no, like, in-between healthy, balanced diet. There's nothing like that in my life. And I'm actually fed up with it. Like, I'm fed up with the feeling like this. Feeling like that alone can affect your mental health. It affects your confidence. It just is a lot to it. Like, it affects your skin. That's clearly why my skin's horrendous. And it's alright to say, just don't buy it, right? But don't buy the rubbish. Which actually I never used to. Like, when it was just me and Jaden before I met Sean, I never used to buy all this stuff. And I used to give Jaden like a treat, and it would be like on a Friday, or he would get like his school lunch and it would be like snacks with it. But ever since meeting Sean, he was brought up to be like, the snacks in the house, but I mean, you just don't touch them all the time. But whereas with me, it's like, if I know they're there, like, I can't not eat them if I know that they're under this roof. Like, tell me if any of you are like that, because it's so annoying. It's obviously maybe the way I was brought up or whatever. Like, we all struggle with our weight, me and my family, like me and like my mum and my sister and things like that. We all struggle with it. So it's obviously just like part of maybe my upbringing and things like that. But it is something, a cycle that has to be broke. Like, I have to break it, and it's not easy to just be like, just don't eat it. Like, it's not that easy for me. So yeah, it's just another one of my problems. I mean, there's an endless amount, but so now that the drawers are all decluttered, like I said, I managed to fill a bag, so I think I will give them to the charity shop, because none of them were actually like had anything on them. It was more just like either too small or just didn't like them anymore. So I think that I might do that. And then yeah, but I just don't enjoy filming in this room as much anymore, because it's just so small. Like, even though I used to film in here when it was the kiddos room, but I feel like there's nowhere to put my like camera, so it's a bit like here, there and everywhere. But there's baby Jacob. He's about to go down for his little sleep, and he was so tired, like kept crying. And but yeah, like I said, he's got a bit of a cold, so it's to be expected, you know, like it is when they're young, they catch everything going. But we are coming to the end of the video. I really do hope that you enjoyed this little chatty one. And like I said, this is basically the first episode, shall we say, of my decluttering series, and the next one is the girls' room, and I actually can't wait to do their room because the amount of stuff that they have is ridiculous. So yeah, this is the end of it, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next one. Thank you so much. Bye.